What just happened? I I don't even know what to talk about here. I had a whole post game show set up talking about, hey, Bardo actually brought it up, brought up the topic I was going to talk about. I was going to say, is there a path for Terrence Shannon to win National Player of the Year? Because that's just the direction of the game. That's, you saw him put an imprint. We're up 7 points. There's 40 seconds left. And what just happened? I'm clearly confused right now. Please, I need your comments. I need somebody watching this to keep me sane because I'm baffled right now. This is typical. We've done this all season long. For the first time now, I'm sitting here and maybe I'm just kind of in the moment, but I'm genuinely worried about where this team is going. This is a team I've penciled in as potential Final Four team, at the very least Sweet 16 team. But at some point, I'm a very positive guy, and I keep on making excuses for this defense. Keep saying that, hey, things are going to turn around. We're going to find our way to be the same team that we were in December. We were top 20, I think, in all the analytics and efficiency, and now this is just not that team. We aren't that team anymore. I mean, Penn State is not a good basketball team. Any team out there tonight, most of the teams in the country would have beaten us. Penn State without their best player, who got kicked off the team. They had their little Kanye bump and somehow prevailed on this. I don't want to look at stats. I just want to sit here and talk to you guys and vent and try to figure out what the heck just happened. I can't be the only one who's worried now, right? Anyone else? Just Terrence trying to do too much. I get what, he's feeling it, but that turnover he had where he tried to split the two Penn State guys gave him an easy layup with about a minute and a half left. Luke Goody took that 3-pointer, which they talked about, could have clinched the game, but honestly, there's still like 20 seconds on that shot clock. I would have brought that ball back out, set something up. Coleman Hawkins, for all the crap he's been talking over the last couple days, you can't miss two free throws like that at the end of the game. I mean, was that a travel? Maybe. But, as the announcer said, that was also really physical. Joe says Bucks big time. Sucks big time. Why did we not use timeouts? We didn't have any. It's just, I had to walk away several times because you could see it coming. I saw it coming, but I didn't think this was going to be the result. I thought I was going to come on here and talk about a late game collapse again, where the game ended a lot closer than it should have. And I would have gone through the same routine I've been doing for the last couple of weeks now, where I just say, hey, we were dominating the game for 33 minutes, 34 minutes, 35 minutes, and it's happening against Nebraska. We had an utter collapse against Michigan State. This game was worse than Michigan State. Michigan State's a talented team at their home. This is a Penn State team that's right now not very good and without their best player. To give up this loss to them, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, because now we got Iowa coming on Saturday. Iowa, they've turned things around. They had a nice win at Michigan State last night, a place where we lost. And come on, Iowa puts a bad taste in all of our mouths. Like, can't you see a scenario where we lose that game? I don't know, guys. It's again, I was ready. I had notes. I was ready to bring it up, and I knew I was going to get people riled up. I was going to title this, "Hey, did Terrence Shannon Jr. play himself back into the Player of the Year debate?" Obviously, he was fantastic this game, and his ability on offense is just, it's a skill that. I mean, I mainly watch Big Ten basketball, but I just don't know if anyone else in the country does what he does. Where there's no, as my group chat was talking, there's no finesse in his game. It's just literally, hey, I'm bigger, faster, and stronger than you, and so I'm going to run in a straight line to the rim, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to get a foul called, and it works almost every single time. But scrap those plans. Can we burn these blue jerseys? Why? Like, are we obligated to play with them? I don't understand. If we're going to use them against community college games that we start playing when we kick off the season, not for Big Ten games. Joe mentions Kirk killed us. Yeah, could not stop his drives to the bucket. I don't know. I'm genuinely, I'm perplexed. I don't know. Not getting excited for this team to the NCAA tournament. Too darn unpredictable. I mean, exactly right. This is one of those where, again, I'm a positive guy. I've always been a positive guy. You guys have joked around about it when Austin is on here with me. He tends to be a little bit more negative, where I kind of see, I put a little more positive spin on it. But right now, I got nothing. There's nothing positive that came from this game. Shannon, sure, fine. But he had that costly turnover at the end. Luke Goody, nice to see his stroke come back. We were up 7, 40 seconds left. Coleman blew the game, period. I agree with that. I mean, I'm a Coleman apologist. I think he's one of those players where when he's on your team, you adore him. Like I grew up a Bulls fan, of course, living right outside Chicago. So, Dennis Rodman, Joakim Noah, those type of players, when they're on your team, you love them to death. You defend them when everyone else hates them. But, I mean, I can't. Maybe my brain is in such a fog because I'm still trying to figure out what happened. But I can't think of a good play that he made today. He just wasn't a very good basketball player today. And then at the end of the game, all you got to do is make one. Just make one free throw. He's a 70-some odd % shooter. If you're going to have time to troll all these teams, these, Penn or Maryland with the T-shirt, going after the sleepers guys, changing his profile picture. And then it's you. Like, you choked it up at the end. Not just him, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Everything I was ready to talk about is out the door. The Big Ten conference hopes, as slim as they were, out the door. If you're an Illini fan, don't go on Twitter today, because those Purdue folks are going to come out in a blocks, with the same teasing and taunting that some of us were doing a couple days ago. But the Big Ten, now, I think it's fair to say it's time to stop focusing or even thinking about winning the conference. Now we're at the point where we need to just lock up that top 4 seed. And guys and ladies, whoever happens to be watching this, it's not locked up. I know we have a little bit of a cushion. I think we had a 1-game lead on the Wisconsin and the next tier. But we have some tough games coming up. Again, Iowa, they started the season struggling, but they've turned things around. They're winning games. They still have tournament hopes. Got 2 games left against them. That final week is brutal. And we have Minnesota. Minnesota, they've got what could be the coach of the year, Ben Johnson, coaching those guys. And, are you saying you're comfortable with marking that down as a W? I'm not. If this wasn't a W, then I can't be confident that we're going to win in Minnesota. Grenville, thank you for watching. He says, frustrating when Coleman is complaining to the refs and doesn't get back on defense. I think Penn State got some easy transition buckets with a 5-on-4 fast break. I saw that too. I can count on at least 2 or 3 plays. 2 I know for sure. 3 I was half watching where, he was just too busy. It was just not a good Coleman game. When we were hoping for a good Coleman game, we did not get a good Coleman game. Joe comments again, seedings will take a hit for the NCAAs. Yeah, we were trying to play ourselves into a 3. There's a good chance now that, our best case scenario is being on that 4 line. Again, not ideal, but right now my main focus is we need to. And again, it's not going to be easy, and certainly not going to be easy now. Like, there's so much we have to fix, and not everything I can talk about in a 15-minute or 20-minute recap. Our defense is an issue. Our offense is amazing. It really is. We're one of the 5-6 best offensive teams in the country. But all it takes is one bad shooting night. One bad game. And you know what? Who's had bad games in March? The Illini. We're prone to that. Imagine us going into a game where first half we struggled shooting. You don't think that's going to get in our heads? The players' heads? The fan base is going to get nervous as heck? Supposedly 4-22 in these blue jerseys. Honest to God, please, someone explain to me why we keep wearing them. Are we contractually obligated? Is this a Nike thing? I've never seen anybody in the streets wear them. They can't be selling. 4-22. At least, again, if we're obligated to wear them 2 times a year, 3 times a year, kick it off the season. When we play Eastern Illinois. Just as when watching other Big Ten games, we are the worst about blowing a game. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know how to explain this. I'm watching the game. I'm seeing the game. I'm reading the game. But afterwards, I don't know how to explain what I just saw. I don't know what happened in Nebraska. I don't know what happened in Michigan State. And now it just happened again. One time it happens, so be it. Fluke. 2 times it happens, okay, maybe there's a trend. When it happens 3 times in a row, not in a row, sorry, 3 times in a couple week span, you have no choice but to start getting worried, to try to figure out, because Brad's got work to do. That coaching staff has some work to do. We got to figure something out. Like these late game collapses, these graphs are coming up on Twitter now about the expected win expectancy, and Illinois was just up, and then a complete nosedive with 30 seconds left. Not even. We were still up with 30 seconds left. Guys, I don't know what more I got. I think I need to do a football episode. I might just churn out a football episode tomorrow, because I can't be thinking about this basketball team. I don't know if I can watch that game on Saturday, because if we lose that game, oh boy. If you don't follow Casual Big Ten on Twitter, follow him. He put out what the brackets, Big Ten brackets, would look like if they came out today, if the tournament started today. And that 2 seed is so incredibly important. Our schedule in that line, let me just go ahead and pull it up. First round, we'd be playing the winner, or not first round, our first game, we'd be playing the winner of Indiana or Iowa. And we'd be waiting for Wisconsin on the other side. Wisconsin's a team who, again, they're having their own struggles right now, and I do think we're a better team than them, but we're a much better team than Penn State. We're a better team than Michigan State. And then, of course, you just want to avoid Purdue. You want to avoid Maryland, avoid Michigan State. I don't know. I want to avoid watching college basketball for a while. This was tough. All right, folks, I have another show to record after this, so I'm just going to say I don't know what just happened. I'm officially worried. Now, one of the most positive fans in our fan base, myself, is now officially concerned about what's going on. And barring a sweep of the rest of our games, which there's nobody who thinks that's going to happen, I now have concerns about March. I'm going to be on edge. If we're going to be up 7 points with 40 seconds left in a game in March, I'm not going to be feeling very confident. I'm going to have to see that final buzzer. Some of you are probably watching the Brad Underwood postgame, and I can't wait to watch it. Like, how do you explain this? Folks, if you're watching this, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's your way to cost you nothing, but a lot of other Illini fans get to see my content. If you know anything about YouTube, unless you have 1,000 subscribers, they don't care about you. But yeah, please leave some comments. Someone talk me off this ledge. I'm the positive one. I have zero positive feelings right now. I just remembered I'm recording an Iowa preview episode tomorrow night, so I'm going to have to if you want a fun show to watch, I might stream it. I might stream that one live too tomorrow night. Leave in the comments if you want to just stream that live. I'll hopefully be able to gather my thoughts a little bit more. We'll have a guest from the Iowa side to preview that game on Saturday. All right, folks. Thanks for joining me. I will see you tomorrow night.